All right, welcome everyone to Zenith Online Racing. It is Wednesday night, so we have some Tier 2 action on deck tonight. For round 7, we are at Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgian Grand Prix. And while it may be a spa day, tonight should be anything but relaxing for the drivers as they take on at least what I think is one of the most daunting circuits on the calendar. I'm joined by Ram Full Throttle tonight. Ram, are we feeling more nervous or excited?
I'm gonna be honest, nervous because I've just seen that it's gonna rain during the race apparently.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah. So, a bit scared, but if there's anyone to bring excitement and also DNS, it's tier 2, so we'll see.
As if we needed any more drama in place tonight. Potential rain on the agenda for the race.
You know, maybe this will be the first time we don't actually curse it.
It's in
Maybe,
it's
maybe
it's in
that'll
the
happen.
Lord's hands now. The
Right.
race gods.
I don't think we have anyone yet on a lap. Oh wait, no, we do. Slasher just started his first lap.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say maybe just started, but whole handful on the outlaps.
And the Red Bull right in front of him, yeah. Yeah, Sam and Slasher first two.
All right, so on board with Sam, get a little tour of the track here down the Kimmel Straight, but really, yeah, at least what I find a daunting track, no matter what part of the race you're at. Looks like we already have a yellow flag somewhere. Not sure what happened there.
Fair amount of people opting for the mediums at this point. Seeing,
Oh yeah, about half the grid.
yeah, half the grade, yeah.
Guess it doesn't hurt to get a little more practice in, as much as you can.
Right.
Yeah, the
Although I'm not
strategy.
sure it'll matter if it rains.
True, yeah, and for how long, but
Yeah.
strategy's interesting enough on this course. As we have one of the McLarens gone around here, Sawyer tries to get things straightened out. But you just don't know what to expect. So
Right.
whether you're starting on the softs or mediums, I mean, technically you could do maybe a soft to hard one stop, but you imagine there's going to be at least one or two safety cars. So both Sam and Slasher come around, and we have some times on the board.
Pretty quick time by Sam there. Whole full second ahead of Slasher at this point. I
Yep.
think Slasher took it a bit more cautious anyway, as
Yeah,
he's
and
following.
on the mediums.
On the mediums too, right. I don't know how bad the weather would be. I only saw, I think it was Bobby in the Discord mention it.
Yeah, we'll have to see if they give us any updates while they're changing tires in the garage. 'Denmark comes around up into second, so he's very similar times to Sam. So it looks like we've got our first benchmarks on the board.
I'm gonna go ahead and find what the times for tier 1 are. Always love to see the gap there.
Yeah, Zayek has a little bit of a moment, but opts to just go right into the pits.
42-1 was pole time for tier 1, but there were a lot of 40, most of the times were 43s and some low 44s.
Yeah.
Interesting. So,
Sam in Denmark, yeah, pushing the.
yeah, on the pace, yeah. Man, that's wicked fast. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the top two were about a second ahead of P3, which was Fuzz, who was close to 43 flat, so a lot of 43s from Tier 1, and we're already getting some mid 43s. Oh, Bobby has just DNF'd in the pit lane. Pulled a Kimi Räikkönen right there.
Oof. Yeah, it's just on. Oh, and he's blocking it now. Brian can't get in. Oh no. An early start to the mess, and finally he goes. Yeah, just I
Mm,
saw Brian getting out of the way and then moved on to someone else. But then, all right.
that hurts. Yeah.
Never good for the confidence there.
No, I think he's almost every qualifying session had something bad happen.
Ooh, his little general doing a couple donuts there, not on purpose.
Not on purpose. Okay.
Around the double left-hander is just a fast downhill turn. It's easy to DNF there if you hit one of those curbs wrong. So he'll be happy to fight another day.
Yeah. You know the corner at the end of the Kemmel Straight? End of first sector?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just watching Grim.
Right,
Stopped
right.
on the
Sorry.
track there. No. So he was confusing
Okay.
me, but he was just getting out the way. So what? The
Um,
turn right after the Kimmel Straight?
yeah, at the
That's
end
a
of the
deadly
first
curb.
sector. Yeah, I've had so much trouble. I keep on spinning by taking complete curb there.
Yeah, apparently if you're supposed to take it, but
Yeah, it's
I'm
just
not
hard.
good enough, so I don't even touch it.
You're a low 43 by what I saw. So I don't know. I don't know, Costco.
On this track, but one lap does not a race make.
It's true.
So
Yeah, anything can happen. Yeah.
looks like we got a little teamwork now as the two Red Bulls and two McLarens are out together.
Ooh, Asylum, a purple sector. But
Ooh,
is that going to invalidate?
it doesn't look like it did.
I didn't see it. Wow.
He'll
Could Michael Massey be helping the Red Bulls right now?
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
thought he. I guess he stayed out long enough.
Huh.
So we have both Soy and Hightower coming around right now, looking to improve on their times. Soy does for sure, up into third. And Hightower now starting his lap.
See Asylum crossing the line. Goes P3.
Up into third. Yep, looking to get back on track. Had a miscue last week that I believe cost him a
Right.
podium.
Yeah.
His teammate Sam had an incredible race as well, so as good as it was for Red Bull, they know there's more points out there for the taking. So we'll see what the two of them can put up come race time.
Yeah, someone in the chat said it's a dry to rain race. So that's confirmed. It'll be rain.
Ooh, but at the
Hmm.
end.
Oh,
Is that
that's
what
what
you were
he meant.
saying?
Uh, I didn't interpret it as that, but it could be. I
Dry
thought he
to
meant
rain.
dry quality to rain race.
Oh, true, true, true.
But you're right, he might have meant that. I don't know.
Ooh, and Soy has a little bit of a moment going into the pits, but does
Is
not
that
have
yellow
the same
flag? Yeah.
fate as Bobby.
Yeah, I think Kimmy did that in, was it Spain? I don't know where it was, but at some point in 2021.
I mean, it is just an absurd pit entry.
Yeah, Spa can be hard. Oh, get a new fastest lap by Asylum, 43.4. Puts him a tenth ahead of Sam, his teammate. So only 3 people now trying to work with the mediums at this point. A lot of people just opting for the softs.
Yeah, I always wonder. I mean, I know a lot of people do prefer to start on the mediums, but to make that decision in qualifying just kind of seems tough because if you do a lap on the mediums, isn't that the mediums you're going to get put on the race? Which, granted, is just one lap, but
Yeah, yeah.
if you're trying both tires during qualifying, it seems that you're using up a little bit either way.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh, Slasher joined our party.
Just want
Interesting.
to listen to the broadcast.
Hang, how are
All
things down in the
right.
paddock?
It's pretty good. It's gonna be what race towards the end of after like lap 16 or around lap 16.
Oh, the
Oh, okay.
drama.
So Costco's right. Yeah, end of the race. Interesting.
God, what do you even do strategy-wise?
Share all your
I'm
secrets,
not gonna. I'll
please.
say it after, just cause like everyone's probably watching the stream,
True,
so I'm
yeah,
not.
you don't want to tell on yourself early.
I'll
Yeah, you got
message it
four
to you
viewers right
guys.
now. Yeah. Only four.
uh,
So we'll have that looming over everyone's head as they go through the race, knowing everything's going to change a little bit at the halfway mark.
Brian Scott moves up one position into 8th place on the medium tire.
Grimm almost a second down on his time, so he's looking to make a little bit of a jump.
I have insider information by Slasher.
Well, don't out him now.
Right. The I guess it would be the AlphaTauri Master Paran. So we'll see.
For some reason, none of the game. This happens at the beginning of every session for me. None of the game sound effects or the cars are coming through for me. So it's always
Really? You
eerily
don't hear the
quiet.
engines?
Now, usually when I mess with the mic a little bit, it'll come back on. So I have no idea
That's strange. I don't
what
I
that
don't know what that
issue
would
is
be.
now.
Sam or no, sorry, Asylum and Sam both going out again. I guess they think their times are under threat, probably from Denmark.
Ooh, so we have Soy having a little bit of a moment on his outlap. Hopefully not burning through too much of the tire there.
I think Denmark is on a lap. Yeah. We'll see if he can catch the two Red Bulls. We have yellow flags in every sector.
Yeah, we have
Oh, Will General's
A
DNF'd.
Haas is out, and that sends Lunar Jedi was right behind him. That sent him off course as well.
Was that, which sector was that?
It was the turn you were talking about after the Kimmel Straight.
Oh,
Le Calme, however you pronounce it.
Ah, that's what it's called. Yeah.
I thought Denmark was on the lap, but he'll head
You just
in.
pit. Yeah. That's interesting. Maybe I can't tell how much time is left because the yellow flag's still up.
1 minute and 10 seconds.
Thank you, Sasha.
Yeah, not sure why we can't have the time in the same spot as you do when you're racing.
Yeah. Be nice. I also wish that we saw all the pop-ups for when we're on someone, like invalidations and things, because I don't think it tells us that, does it?
The track will turn red if like
True.
the track map if
Yeah.
you're on that specific. But no,
Racing.
no warnings or signs or anything.
Hmm.
One thing which would be nice when you commentate would be able to see the fastest sectors
Yeah. Because you can only see like the
when you're
second after
driving.
you set it. Soy Loco actually sets the fastest second sector in purple.
Sam has first and third, and then Asylum second at the moment.
Hmm. Yeah, that'd be great to see. But that's why we have you, inside information, giving us everything we need to know. Soy Loco crossing the line, puts some P4. Improvement there. Just slips
Sam's
ahead of
about
Zyg.
200ths down, so he will get in front of Asylum. And he does.
Ooh. Just by 2
But
tenths.
Asylum's also 200th down on his time.
Crosses the line. Oh, can't get him.
Doesn't steal it back.
600's behind.
Came down to that final chicane there, but the two Red Bulls on top.
Bye-bye, boys. You may reveal my strategy now.
We'll wait till we get into the loading screen. Let everyone.
Yeah.
We'll do the formation lap.
Prepare their race.
And Gunner, out of nowhere, the buzzer beater.
Whoa.
I think that was his first time he set.
Wow.
A 43.114. Good enough for pole. The one lap was all he needed. Zyg's going to improve on his time here.
It's going to hurt the confidence of the Red Bulls.
they thought they had the 1-2 locked up. I thought they did.
Yeah. Gunnar has been very strong, though, these past few races, so...
Yeah, now Zyg jumps up to 4th.
I think it's just... Is Soy on the lap? No, he's on
I don't think
soft
now.
lap.
Now I believe everyone's done.
I think everyone's done. It's interesting you say... When you were commentating the Red Bulls, you said they're down in their time, which I've always interpreted as they're slower than before. You know? Like, I say the opposite most of the time.
They both,
you know?
Yeah, they both feel weird to me. Down is in, like, less time.
Yeah, less time.
I don't know if that's correct,
sense.
but that's just how I think.
Yeah.
But up is good, so...
Up on the delta, so... Yeah, I guess it...
But I'm with you. Up is a good
yeah.
connotation, so I feel like up would also make sense.
I don't know. I think everyone knows what people mean, though.
So I guess we're just having a little stroll about here, last 37 seconds.
Alright, Soy is pit, so that should be everyone done. Unless the game is gonna...
Sometimes just with people are out, even though they're done, like they've finished, but with they're on the track, sometimes the game just is dumb and it waits.
Right. We can go ahead, I guess, and then say the qualifying order.
Oh, the sound just came on in my mic, in my headphones. So it was a silent qualifying for me, but plenty of action. now we're up and rolling. As Gunner,
beautiful.
I believe, I want to go see, was that his only time he set? One lap, that's all he needed.
Wow. One lap wonder.
So Gunner and the Red Bulls, that's your top 3. Zyg, Denmark, and Soy. Little General, Hightower, Slasher, and Brian Scott is your 10. Slasher and Brian AlphaTauri's going on the mediums. Grayman 11th. Lunar not setting a time. I thought he was out there though. I thought I saw the Aston Martin. And then Bobby in 13th.
Just practice laps, I think.
Hopefully the Alpine garage can get that car up and running again after the incident.
Codemasters, do you work?
Check the gearbox.
Please, yeah. Especially if you're Ferrari. Oh my gosh. That was the real robbery of 2021, wasn't it?
What?
Ferrari robbing Charles.
Oh yeah.
Not checking the car properly.
They just wanted it. Too bad they just sent him out. I always forget about that. Didn't he have like back-to-back poles?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
in Monaco and Baku, yeah.
Ferrari in the street circuits.
But they had a hairline fracture in the gearbox in Monaco that they didn't catch.
Yeah,
So
they
when he
rolled him
went
out.
out,
He made it like half a lap, half of his out
And he's
lap.
like, oh, it's not right.
Yikes.
I got high hopes for Ferrari this season, though. Even though they're not my favorite team.
Yeah, I feel like, granted it's such a long season, but I feel like at least starting off they've got the leg up on McLaren.
They might, yeah. We'll see. Imagine if Williams or Haas just like all of a sudden becomes the fastest once we hit Bahrain.
You know, and I wouldn't expect the fastest, but I will say, granted, I'm sure everyone says this every preseason before anyone's race, but I mean, at least even all the bottom teams at least have some form of improvement, so it should be interesting to see where they are, whether it's like the car or, you know, Alpha's got better driver now.
Right.
Alex Albon with Williams. They're at least all trying, where I feel like it was a couple years where just half the teams phoned it in.
Yeah, and K-Mac now with Haas. That was announced today.
Yeah. So, should be an interesting
he's got,
start.
like, no preparation, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, luckily everyone's on a new car, though. Newish. Right. So I feel like we should be starting in 5 seconds.
Someone probably hit it. Wasn't us.
I'll let Sam take the lead on that one.
Yeah, do we do penalties for that? Hitting it too early? Or is it just impossible to know who?
Apparently you can. People have always told me, like, you can see it. Because I think it was
Oh,
actually
really?
last week someone hit it early, and people in my party, like, somehow knew, but I have no idea how you know.
Wow.
We'll keep that off.
There must be like I guess Sam would be able to see it. What happens in the lobby, all the things the game does. But I don't know.
So we've got the AlphaTauris, and Lunar does go on the mediums.
I'm sure he's got some hidden pace there. Even though he's sitting P12.
Yep. So you'll expect, you know, if there's any early safety cars, they'll just, you know, keep on with their game plan. It'll be all the softs. It'll be interesting to see who does what here. But I imagine you want to really only, I'm trying to think, I guess you're going to have to stop at least once before the rain, so I guess there's not much strategy there. Just, you don't want to have to have pit twice already.
Should we say what Slasher said?
Oh, what are the AlphaTauris on their mediums doing?
They are going to run until, I think, lap 16, he said, where they'll pit for inters.
So they want that to be their one stop. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think in my head. If I guess, yeah, you can go all the way there. But if they qualified on the mediums, there's going to be some wear on them.
All the tires say 0 laps, which I don't understand. They should be...
Well, they race-wise, they'll say 0 just in terms of the race. Right. But I mean, and I guess actually the mediums wear a little bit less, but their percentages are still there from qualifying.
I never noticed that. Yeah. Well, we got everyone lining up now on the grid.
So the plan A definitely makes sense if those three mediums using the rain, the intermediates as their one stop, but you just have to get there.
So weird, the camera angles. Like everyone else I get a close-up of the car, but Asylum I get a far-out shot. As we got the lights coming on. It is lights out and away we go.
A long wait there, but we are racing. Asylum and
Gunnar
Sam.
gets a pretty good start. Yep.
Gonna have to play nice around the turn. Asylum
Red
getting
Bull
pinched
swapping
just a little
positions.
bit, and McLaren goes out real wide.
Denmark has snuck up into P3. He's also got the run on.
Ooh, Gunnar had a
yeah, Asylum.
big jam there into the wall before Eau Rouge there, but it looks like everyone's gonna make it up safely around lap 1.
A lot of fighting. Oh, Denmark tries to take the inside on Sam. Doesn't quite get it.
Slasher already moved up several spots up into 6.
Oh, good showing from him. Leonard Jedi has fallen back though to P13. So not gone well for him. Yeah, Soy, I think you said he had a moment, right?
Went out wide around the first turn, but you can still pick up some speed and get it going. It was one of the McLarens. I don't know which one.
Yeah. Yeah, he's fallen back a bit.
But around that first turn, sometimes it's just better to stay away from the carnage.
Will's already picked up a over 1 second gap to Sam. Sam's got a lot of battles already happening right behind him.
Yep, can't ask for a better lap 1 there for the Alfa Romeo.
Denmark right on Sam's rear. Might be looking for a move. You never know.
Will he send it?
Well, is it safe?
Realizes there's 21
Yeah,
laps to go.
Yeah. That's what we talked about last time. Yeah, how you got to get that mentality that it is a marathon, even though it's a pretty funny quote by
overtake
Lewis
early and
Hamilton.
often.
Yeah. Send it every time. If you no longer go for a gap,
You're not a driver.
you're not a driver. Yeah. I love that quote.
Paraphrasing.
Oh, Denmark sneaking ahead of Sam on the Camel Straight. Is it too early though? Is Sam gonna get the slipstream now?
He is right on him. Darts to the inside.
Ah, Denmark outbreaks him though. That is a risky place for Sam to top down
Brave.
the inside. Yeah. I've crashed out there a couple times. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's tricky enough with those curbs on your own. But to be sandwiched on the inside is...
Got a yellow flag.
Soy looks to be all the way around there. And we do have our first incident coming up at Rouge and, was it Radion, however you pronounce it?
Yeah, Rouge and Radion, yeah.
Don't imagine that'll be the last time we see someone having issues there.
Denmark has already closed the gap to Gunnar Will by a good amount. It's only about half a second now.
Yeah, showing a lot of pace. Just had to get around those Red Bulls, and he's flying now.
Asylum's been right on Sam's rear this whole time, so there might be a bit of chatter in the team radio. Oh, as Sam pushes Asylum out into the grass in the braking zone. Definitely some miscommunication there. I think Asylum would like to swap positions.
That was him asking nicely.
Asylum making a move on the inside, actually. Wow. Okay, Red Bull bringing drama.
Wanna keep your space on this next part. It's not worth it.
Yeah, don't send it. Please don't. We've seen that a couple times in F1, and
Oh, and behind him, Slasher into the wall. That's, I assume, going to be a safety car, just a VSC.
oh, Zyke snuck right ahead of Sam just in time as the VSC came on.
Yeah, Zyg was watching those two Red Bulls kind of, not battle, but feel each other out, trying to stay away
Trap a
from each
bit,
other.
yeah.
So he came right up, capitalize before the yellow
Oh,
flag.
Slasher's out. Oh.
Yeah, that's who DNF'd. He came on screen behind the Red Bulls and Zeig and just flew into the wall.
Wow. I guess he didn't. The curve onto the Kemmel Straight, you mean, right there?
No, it was coming up a Rouge. And
coming up a Rouge.
didn't quite make the final left-hand turn. It was flying into the wall. I was surprised it was only a VSC.
I guess the AlphaTauri Master Plan did not go to plan.
And I missed Denmark moving up. He's in front of Gunnar now.
Oh, I did
My
not catch
apologies, totally missed that.
Does that mean we get to interview Slasher on the broadcast?
Oh, and Denmark
though.
Having
Drive-through.
issues with the Delta as Gunnar almost made a move and thought against it, but Denmark with the drive-through.
Wow. That really hurts from P1.
Now both Ferraris ahead of Sam as well. The Ferraris moving up nicely together.
What's happened to Sam? I think Zeig just pitted. So does Denmark. Yeah, Denmark going to serve that drive-through.
And being on the softs, he'll have to pit before the rain. So plenty of time, but
really
not not a good start there for how well he was doing.
See, Hightower, I think, just got ahead of Ryan Scott into turn 1. Lunar Jedi. Also, I didn't see he was in P5 now.
Yep, he's been moving up a little bit there. Brian right behind Hightower.
Oh, is Sam thinking about a move on Grim Reaper, looking for the inside? They're sticking it out. Oh, Grim gets pushed a little bit wide.
Slightest of contact.
Oh, Sam spins into the wall.
Sam loses it in the gravel.
He overcooks that corner right there. This puts Lunar Jedi in P4.
He won that battle, but not the war. Down in 7th.
Wow.
Yeah, both Lunar and Brian now, past 2 laps, getting used to the mediums. They've moving right on up.
Yeah, it's worked out for them, hasn't it? I think Sam he went in so fast to try and stay ahead of Grim that when he had to turn for the next corner, it just was more than the tires could handle.
Yeah, because then you're going around that whole bend a little bit differently than you would on your own. Things get thrown out of whack.
We can just say that he hit the magic.
Yeah, the perfect scapegoat for any mistake.
Yeah. Oh, that hit the magic. So Denmark going again on the... Oh no, sorry, it was the drive-through, right? He can't pit. I thought he had pit for softs again, and I was a bit confused.
No, but he will have to pit
I
for
think
something
he might as well
before
go
the
for
rain.
softs again if it's gonna rain.
Yeah, I'd imagine. Gunnar just keeping Asylum out of that DRS range. Sam now on the inside of Hightower.
Oh,
gets out ahead.
is he gonna make it work this time?
Is it a redemption story here? Yes, it is.
Of all the drama, of all the controversy.
Well, that's how you get over your mistakes.
That Rebel United. Yeah, he went in a lot more cautious that time. And I might be mistaken, but my screen has just changed lighting very much to a much more cloudy day.
Yeah, I would say a little smoky view now.
A lot darker, yeah. A lot of fog. Is that a sign of what may be to come?
The clouds rolling into the forest now.
On this dramatic race of all the ages.
This track is just so ominous in the rain.
Yeah. All the drivers already know it's gonna happen. Well, Slasher, who's now DNF, said it would be lap 16 you could take the tires to, and then pit for inters. It's already getting pretty dark, so We'll see how quickly it starts to drizzle and then maybe pour.
Yeah, for Lunar and Brian, they're gonna hope. I mean, the rain come sooner rather than later.
I suppose so, yeah. Denmark might have the run on. Nope, just too far out. Never mind. I thought Hightower was going slower than he was.
It's definitely pulled in a lot closer though. That DRS.
Asylum and Gunner are just kind of managing that 1 or so second gap right now.
Yep,
It's gone on for several laps.
Asylum's now hanging in that DRS. Second for the time being as Denmark takes a bit too much of the curve and has gone round.
Oh no. Right at the spot where George Russell DNF'd in 2020. Does not look good.
Yep, one of the other dangerous curves on this track here. As Gunner
Wills got passed by Asylum. Oh, he's pitted.
Yeah, he's gone into the pits. After 5 laps, Asylum's going to keep it going. And Lunar Jedi still looking for more here. He's going to be right on Grimm.
Still fighting Grimm, yeah.
Looks
Does
like
he have
is.
the acceleration? Not quite.
Yes, for a second I thought he was not going to wait.
Oh, please back out, Lunar. Thank you, thank you.
Grimm carves out enough space for himself there.
Grimm weaving on the straight, trying to get out of the slipstream. Lunar following. Is Lunar gonna attack? Looks to the outside. Just can't make it work.
Grimm with some strong positioning there.
Yeah. That's the other tricky thing when you're following and you know you have the advantage on them. Is you want to back off a bit so that you don't, crash into them. But if you back off too much, then you lose all your momentum on them, which I think Lunar did a bit.
Yeah.
Going up Rouge and Radion.
Had to find that balance a little bit, but now almost I'd say the medium tires have the advantage, depending how worn Grimm's tires are. He's gonna look to pit either this lap or next, probably at most.
Yeah, I mean Brian's also in the mediums right behind Lunar, so if Lunar slips in, Brian could be attacking the next lap. It's interesting. We got Gunnar Will going for the hards. I don't know if he knows that rain is coming.
He may not.
Lunar's gotten ahead of Grimm on the outside of No Name.
Grimm tucks right back in.
Is he gonna fight it back?
Just thinking of it. Looks left, looks right.
About it. Yep.
And he'll go around one more time.
This puts Brian right behind him now. So Brian could be a threat. As Asylum, he does pit for new mediums. Yeah, it's a better call in my opinion.
As Soy is DNF'd.
Oh no.
And it caused a safety car.
A full safety car, wow. Gunnar Will's gonna get eaten alive. I don't think that tire choice has just worked out for him. You know, if rain's coming, if rain is coming anyway, and you're on, say, your Lunar Jedi on 7-lap old mediums, it might be okay to stick it out. You know?
I think that's the idea. Asylum,
I don't know.
Asylum, who had just pit, and Grimm now, they'll both get the safety car benefit, but I don't know. Does this change your plans if you're Lunar or Brian?
I'm gonna guess they're just gonna stick it out anyway. But if the rain changes, then this could hurt them. I don't know. I imagine all the softs though will probably bit.
Because if you get, I'd say now, if they would have flipped to the softs, they're still going to be in the same exact dilemma of, will the tires last long enough until the rain?
Right, yeah.
Well, they've climbed up the board. They'll lose any of the gap they had carved out, but so far, Plan A seems to be working for them.
Remind me, how did Sam fall back to P10?
Looks like he had just pit. Because now he's...
Oh, was it just the pits that caused that?
Well, he's got 0 laps on him.
Yeah, but I mean, did he spin out or have damage or something?
I don't know where he was when he pitted.
I think he'd already fallen back, I think, from that incident.
But he
a
was...
lot of people diving into the pits.
He was in the middle to begin with, so I think the pit just brought him out there.
Right. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep,
Yeah,
as
most
expected. Lunar and Brian stay.
Mediums.
Grim losing out to Asylum there, so now he's in 4th. But I'd say Asylum, Grim, and Hightower are also all in a good spot. You'll be starting top 5 with the freshest tires there on the grid till
Yeah, totally.
the rain comes.
Although, I don't know if they're going to have such a pace advantage until the rain comes because it's only so many laps. You know? They're definitely the best, but...
And I think I see a little precipitation right
rain?
now.
I think I see some too, yeah. End of Sector 1. Sector 2 looking like a little bit of rain.
So it may only be a couple laps.
Yeah, it might be earlier than expected.
You know they're already sweating it, that's for sure.
If it does come in the next couple laps, this probably helps out Lunar and Jedi. Or Lunar and Brian, sorry. They're on the oldest tires right now.
Yeah, I'm sure Jeff is telling half the grid to pit now or something. The other half to wait.
Okay, pit now, pit now.
We're not sure what tire is the best. That's always my favorite. Why? Then why are you speaking?
Why are you talking? Yeah.
I also don't know which tires, so it doesn't help me.
Thank you for echoing my thoughts, Jeff. Thankfully, I think I and probably most everyone has Jeff limited to like only essential information.
True, but I think it's the essential information he gets that screws us.
It's not always even essential anyway. It's like, okay, you are P5.
And
it's
Lunar
like,
does go
really?
in now.
Calls it in already? Wow.
Normally I'd say never, the second time around you lose all the spots because the whole grid's caught up, but I'm assuming it's going to be to the wet tires, the intermediates.
Oh, he's calling the inters. He's already doing it.
That'd be the only reason to go pit when you've already been around.
Oh, I mean, this could shoot him up to P1, or the rain might not increase for like 5 laps, and he's going to die.
Yep. The games are on now. Brian on the mediums.
Oh, man. I did this in Baku where I pit like 6 laps earlier than the rain actually came in full force.
You thought you could pull a fast one?
I know. I was like, oh, it's perfect. I'm going to shoot up to P1 because I'm the only one on the inters. Yeah, I had to pit at least twice more to get back to slicks and then back to wet tires literally like 6 laps later when it actually came.
And I don't...
It was so annoying.
If I remember, I mean, the rain, yes, it came, but not really...
Yeah, not even that bad.
I don't think I ever changed. I don't think it... Like, it said it was going to come, but it just never hit that point.
Right.
Where it was enough, but... Gotta be a nervous feeling if you're Lunar. You're either the smartest guy on the grid or you've just made a terrible mistake.
I definitely don't think it's enough right now, that's for sure.
Yeah, usually I'd say it's at least a couple laps from when you first see it.
Yeah, the onboards really aren't showing that much.
Trying to see if
He
he's a little
might be
squirrely.
struggling. Yeah, he might be struggling the first few laps with the restart. But, I mean, that's his plan anyway. Play the long game, so we'll see if it works out.
I assume the safety car is going to come in.
Should.
There we are. So Brian is going to kick us off. He's got Asylum, Grim, and Hightower all on pretty fresh tires behind him, but his aren't too old either. We'll be paying attention to the back of the grid as well. Lunar on the intermediates. It was Gunner. Immediately got off those hards. You know, not great, but still all to play for. In 8th, fresh softs.
Yeah.
Even though I assume he'll have to pit soon, but not all
Yeah,
is
I'm gonna
lost
guess
there.
5 laps from now it'll look a bit worse, but I don't know if the leaders made the right call. We'll see.
Yeah,
As Brian rounding the final corner, when's he gonna shoot off?
We'll see how they look when they peel off here. Taking his time.
I think he's gone now, yeah.
Might have been a little bit late, really, because gave everyone the chance to to straighten out there.
Yeah, he did. I don't think anyone's jumped position, though, into turn 1. We'll see if anyone slips up on a Ridge and Radion. Colder tires, a bit of rain.
I think Gunner made a move up 1. A couple time penalties there in the back.
Yeah,
Denmark
probably
and
slipping on the
Bobby.
wet track. Gunner, yeah, Gunner's fighting. Trying to get past Sam.
And
On the
Bobby's right behind him
outside.
as well. Sam pulls
he
off
stuck
just
it
a little
out.
bit.
See how...
Now Denmark comes flying in front of Bobby there. Back up to first. Asylum is right on Brian's heels. Lunar seems to be losing time.
He's not dying, though. He's definitely got some grip. Yeah, maybe just a couple laps from now it'll be okay. We'll see. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. Or not as much rain, I guess, as... No. It is more rain than I thought it would be. There we go. Got a bunch of people on the back straight, especially Gunner. Right behind Zyg. Oh, Lil General. What happened there?
I'm not sure. I didn't see it.
It was the final corner.
That was right where Soy
onto the
DNF'd.
third sector.
And it's a safety car.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Lunar might shoot up now.
All of that planning and debating for
I think
nothing really.
I guess everyone
What
has
is-
to pit now. No one pits.
I guess one lap doesn't, change where your head was at.
I don't know. Honestly, if I was a driver, I'd probably call it in for intermediates now.
Yeah, I'm surprised not at least one driver thought this was maybe a second chance to make the switch. But it's
You
not.
know, this could be smart because
It's not coming down
the
any
safety
heavier.
car has to do at least one more lap, right? Is that correct?
I mean, now that Michael Massey's out, I think so. But last
Oh, boy.
our British GP race last week,
It was only out one lap.
it might have gone on once. It was called in pretty early, but that was because it was towards the end. So I know
Alright, well,
it
if the
went.
safety car has to do one more lap, then it doesn't change anything about deciding to pit.
Yeah, I don't know what the
So-
actual rule is, but I would hope it doesn't have to
Yeah.
because everyone's already together.
So if it does go around again, then this is the smarter option for people to wait and see how much worse the rain gets. But
Yeah.
if it goes in right now, then everyone might be caught out in the wet on the dries.
Yeah, Lunar getting a little bit of a reprieve here, catching back up.
Wow, those intermediates really do look good on the Aston, don't they? It's a lot of green.
A little green on, yeah. That's why I love since I have the Alpine, the wet tires. We never get
Yeah,
to use
the blues,
never get to
yeah.
use them, but they look great on the Alpine.
That's true, not very often. Sometimes in qualifying, but not really the races. Although, have we had any really wet races this year?
In our tier, no. I don't believe so.
Maybe we had one qualifying that was wet.
We had Mexico. Yeah. It was the first qualifying of the year.
Yeah. That was the wets.
That was full wets.
No mention yet of safety cars going in. So maybe it does have to go another lap.
Yeah, they would have called it by now.
Yeah, it does. So I guess it was the smart move then for everyone to stick it out. The rain really hasn't gotten that much worse, but
seems to be only just now. It looks to be a little bit more on the camera view, but
I would call it in. I'll do it. The track looks slippy at this point as well.
I mean, especially since you're gonna pit a lap or two later, you might as well save the time, but doesn't look like anyone's gonna go
Gunner's
in.
The first one. Yeah, for Gunner's first one to do
yep.
it. So does Denmark.
Yeah.
Really, only two.
It's definitely easier to take the risk when you're in the back half, though.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want to lose out so much, but Brian on those really old tires. Okay, I think it was definitely the right call. Look at the track, it just looks very slippy.
Yeah, especially under safety car. Cut down the stop time, but or at least the time lost. And Gunner went on the mediums.
Really? Oh.
So he's had a couple questionable calls.
I hope that was not an accident. That might have been on accident. I've done that before. I hope that, I hope that was accidental that he went mediums, because I have no explanation for why he did that.
Yeah, I assume there was a mix-up there.
We'll see if he pits again. Why he got mediums this time.
Yeah, Gunner.
Yeah, Denmark and Lunar, I expect him to probably chew through the back over the next couple laps.
Yeah, Lunar, may have jumped the gun, but two safety cars really,
Yeah, didn't burn up the tires that much, did they?
And he didn't have to, race on the wrong tire for too long.
Yeah. That's a fair point. I mean, we've been going so much slower right now that it really has not hurt his tires all that much, but this would have been 5 or so laps of full racing where it was just too dry.
Yeah, so where now he hasn't lost any time.
He got saved then by a little general. Wow. Just a reminder, Denmark still has the fastest lap. And it's unlikely we're going to get back to the 46s again. Yep, safety car in this lap. Oh, it's definitely wet in the third sector. Look at that. There's a lot of spray. Denmark's probably going to keep that fastest lap.
Yeah, I would assume so. So that's his point.
There's only 10 drivers, yeah. So top 10. Yep.
Locked in a point. Never a bad thing.
Everyone has to pit now, don't they? I mean, look how wet it is.
Just as we're about to get going. I don't envy Brian in the front at this point.
Do not at all, no. Yeah, they're all sliding. They're all going to call it. Oh yeah, everyone goes in. This puts Lunar.
So Lunar is going to just fly ahead. Denmark will not be far behind him. Zygon Hightower came together in the pits.
Is that possible?
I saw a penalty for a collision.
Pit entry, I guess. Wow. That's impressive. Not in a good way. Everyone now going on to the intermediates, but yeah, Lunar and Denmark just gonna drive away.
So the drama is kicked up another gear. Yeah, Lunar and Denmark, a class of their own right now. And everyone else has a lot of catching up to do.
A full Kemmel Straight's worth, in fact, to the next guy, Brian Scott. Wow.
They had a
So
second
Lunar,
chance with the
yeah,
second safety car. Denmark took the race gods up on their offer, hopped on the intermediates on that second safety car, and it has paid off.
for sure. I'm not ready to call Lunar a genius because without that second safety car, it would have actually been disastrous. But props to you, buddy. Props to you.
All's well that ends well.
I'm interested to know how many people were listening to our broadcast because apparently a lot of people do somehow. In
During
which
the
case
race?
they apparently some people do.
That would be so distracting for me.
For me, yeah. But for the people who were listening while racing, why did you not take our advice? Oh man. Everyone like separated by like 3 seconds.
Yeah, a lot of people getting used to the wet track here. They all went in together, but it is spread out now.
Yeah. We have 2 close battles, Gunnar and Sam and Saig and Bobby. All 4 in a row. Closest people on track right now.
So Denmark does have those 3 seconds, which is unfortunate, but he's still in a great spot.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, the intermediates don't really fall off that much in the wet, do they? So, they got this locked down. Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to.
Bobby with a little moment. He saved it
He
though.
does it there for when you're on the intermediates. They'll all go to the end easily.
Yeah, for sure. Oh man, I really hope this doesn't bore the race.
We may have an incident or two yet.
Yeah, it's possible. I guess we could have another safety car. If someone eventually crashes, which
Yeah, but
is likely to happen.
even without a safety car, if someone here loses it, you're dropping several spots right off the bat.
Yeah. Probably we'll have damage and yeah.
Gunner's been sticking close to Sam here. But
Yeah.
without DRS, you got to do it on pace alone.
Zach also snuck ahead of Bobby. I don't know when though.
That was like at the beginning of the lap.
Oh, okay.
I think around the first or before the first turn.
Yeah, Gunnar and Sam are our closest battle on track right now. I'm going to keep watch over the gap between Denmark and Brian just to see if that changes at all. But it's looking pretty consistent right now, around 12 seconds, 12 and a half.
Yeah, been sitting at that 12.
Yeah.
He's got to be kicking himself, but still has a podium to fight for here.
Yep, still in a good position. Also still has 3.5 seconds to Asylum. Nope, sorry, 3.3. So, yeah, still in a great spot. As we have a yellow flag, is that
Bobby?
Ryan? Bobby, oh.
Yeah, Bobby in the back has gone around.
Does he have damage, though, is the question. Yep, no front wing.
Oh, right after the pit.
Oh, on a full lap.
Now
Oh my gosh.
Denmark hunting down Lunar.
Oh, you're right.
If he can get around him, I don't know if he can make up 3 seconds, but it'll at least be fun to see him try.
That would be entertaining, yeah. He could. They're both really quick drivers, though. I don't know.
And with Brian's penalty, that still keeps
Yeah.
Asylum in the race as well for the podium.
That's true, yeah. Man, I feel bad for Bobby. That's the worst place to lose your wing.
Yeah, now a whole lap around Belgium in the rain, no front wing. Not where you want to find yourself. It's unlucky. We do have the middle of the pack bunching up a little bit.
They are. I mean, Gunnar Will is still sitting right behind Sam. He's not made any moves over the past 3 or so laps. It's really thick rain now. It's honestly wet weather.
Yeah, it's coming down that much, just not nothing collected on the track just yet. But man, if going up a Rouge and Radion wasn't scary enough.
Zyg picks up a 3-second penalty.
Denmark now right behind Lunar. He is going to try to make the move here. He picks the outside lane. Let's make sure he keeps his tire out of that danger zone.
Don't take each other out. He's sticking with it. Oh.
They're still battling as Lunar
Lunar
gets pushed just a tad. But I'd say it's fair play because Lunar was also forcing Denmark out wide on that first turn. So a hell of a battle from the two of them.
You're right. I was going to say Lunar got squished there, but he squished too, so...
Denmark kept having his tire in between Lunar's, and that's when you see a spin out usually immediately. It can go...
I'm impressed they kept that, I mean, fairly clean, all things considering.
Impressive driving.
That would have been insane if they both took each other out.
Well, now Denmark has to figure out how much he wants to push. He's almost already a second out. So he can go ahead and push for the win, but you want to make sure you don't cost everything.
Yeah, you got to be careful. I mean, it's not worth it to push and then just spin out and lose positions or DNF, so we'll see if he can do it. Sam, he fell back.
I guess he had, I was just about to say that. Must have had a moment when we were watching that first battle. A couple cars go wide as, Gunnar picks up that penalty. But he's
right on the back of Grimm, though, trying to make a move at 190 miles an hour. Settles back. Oh, there's contact.
He's losing a little bit.
Spun and hits Zyg.
Oh, but Zyg saves it. I thought that was going to be worse for him.
Zyg doesn't look to have any damage. Wow.
And the two Ferraris make the great escape.
Whew. Fuzz, the Ferrari master plan is working. Wow. As Hightower and Gunnar fighting now around the final corner. Hightower sneaking ahead. Oh, Gunnar's got the acceleration though.
Just loses it there at the exit.
Yeah, it's all about the corner exits. Wow, that was so dangerous.
Yep, so the Ferraris come out unscathed. Gunnar, unfortunately, in that third sector, picked up the time penalty and then lost the car.
Zyg actually snips ahead of Grim Reaper at the end of the Kemmel Straight.
Yep, they keep it nice and orderly there.
It's a good example for everyone else.
Sam and Hightower doing a little drag racing down the Kemmel Straight. Hightower on the inside, but Sam gets in front of him just in time.
So I think Gunnar, I think he tips the back of Grimm, which sent him into a slide. And he almost slid right into Zyg as Zyg came right behind him. I think that was what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing's going to be reported there. There's no one else who can report except yourself, I guess.
Yeah, it was nothing.
It was a very small
malicious
mistake anyway.
It
It just cost a lot.
Sorted itself out there. Yeah, that final straight there, was it Blanchimont? Like, it's always kind of nervy when, like, if I come out and I'm gaining on the person ahead of them, I always know it's like such a tricky spot to get around someone.
Totally. And in the wet, I mean, you have no idea how much they're going to slow down for that corner.
But, like, if you get a better exit, you don't really have a choice but to go for it, because you're just going to run into the back of them. And I think that's where he found himself, sandwiched between the two Ferraris there.
Denmark has pulled a couple more tenths on Lunar, but not enough to pull away. Sam steps down the inside. Oh, nope. Sorry, Gunnar.
Yeah, Gunnar
that was why.
Does have to go pit after all. Yeah, when Denmark first got around, he made up that first second immediately, so I thought maybe it was on, but Lunar's settled in and realized, I guess, what he has to do. Just
put on the pace and just keep right there.
Yeah, keep it within the 3. Don't need to do anything crazy.
Yep.
But now Brian in a dangerous spot of dropping out of the podium after leading the race on his strategy for a while.
Yeah. So he's got, 3 seconds. Whoa, Zyg, I did not realize he had 8 seconds.
Oh, does he now?
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, he had the 5. I wonder why he didn't have... I guess it's
not too bad.
I guess it's
He
not a
only loses
stop
one
and...
position
I guess
to
that
his
wasn't a
teammate.
stop and go penalty, because it was him in the pits in the safety car. He was the one that picked up the 5.
Oh, that's what caused it?
But I guess he doesn't have to serve that right there. But yeah, he'll only flop with his teammate there, so not the end of the world.
Was it Denmark that got the drive-through a couple laps into the race?
Yeah, after the first VSC when Slasher DNF'd. So
This could be a zero to hero story then.
Yep,
Just as Sam in Silverstone.
Yeah, back-to-back comeback races here.
He's pulled a bit more now, almost 2 seconds ahead of Lunar.
Yep, could make things interesting.
He's got 3 laps.
At least gonna make Lunar sweat it a little bit, give him something to think about.
Funny enough, I think that's actually our closest battle at the moment.
Yeah, and so long as he doesn't, full on lose it, even a quick little mistake, he's still they're both well ahead of Brian, so we'll see how much Denmark tries to push it here. As Bobby has gone round there in the back.
Goofy Gibbons said in the chat a while ago, is Jeff telling these guys something we don't see? I don't think Jeff gives any information that you actually need. So...
Jeff doesn't actually go to the races. He's not seeing. Well, where's
he's watching the live stream. That's what he's doing. So no, I don't think so, Goofy, if you're still here. Yeah, 2 laps. Gotta pull 0.8 seconds. It's possible. It's possible. Don't want to do anything crazy, though.
Yeah, especially, at least gives Lunar something to think about. He knows can't slip up here.
I'm pleasantly surprised that everyone seemed to manage the rain pretty well.
Yeah, the tire changes with the safety car when the rain came definitely mixed things up a bit, but was surprised at the lack of issues after that.
Yeah, totally. Feels like qualifying. Not a whole lot to talk about.
Yep, definitely things wound down a little bit as Lunar's sitting tightly. Asylum has got 3rd at the moment. Not sure if he's on any, how many warnings he's on.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it did give the expected couple safety cars there in the middle. Nothing too drastic. Been some good driving, but
oh yeah,
you're never gonna avoid. You're never gonna have 0 incidents here on this track.
Especially mid-race, this was really fun to watch. With the question of what's gonna happen with the weather and the tires and everything.
Yep.
I've enjoyed this one.
Was definitely a probably a mental struggle for the guys racing. I remember my first race.
The drivers probably didn't enjoy it.
No, I remember my first race in the league last year. It was my first ever was in Canada, and it was one like this where rain came down with like 8 laps to go, and just no one had any idea what to do.
I guess I was lucky. I DNF'd in the first lap. I got spun out on the first corner by someone.
I was completely lost. Jeff was telling 3 different people, 3 different things. And they both make it up Air Rouge.
Yeah, just 1 lap left. Well, I guess it's a good time to mention T3 tomorrow.
Tune in as we see a whole lot of people trying to redeem themselves from last season.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You got
have we burnt the
generally
tape
slower
yet?
drivers, a tough track, weather.
What could go wrong?
Wow. It's going to be amazing, yeah.
I'm sure we all asked the admins to take down the race stream from last season. I hope it's not still up, but if you want to catch up, it was just an absolute brutal race last season. So if you want to watch 17 to 20 extremely nervous drivers, tune in tomorrow.
Do you like watching drivers spin round a track? Then come, watch Tier 3. Wow.
Fans of safety cars.
Yeah, if you like safety cars.
Yeah, Mercedes is going to get a lot of advertising on the stream tomorrow. Yeah, granted, I've changed my setup really because I had to, but I think I picked up a track limit on the first 3 laps to get a penalty, and then DNF'd on the 4th lap. So.
For last year.
Yeah, last year. I don't think it can go worse.
I had a bunch of weird penalties, but I also pulled some drifts. It's really weird.
So Denmark has now come around, but Asylum, I'm looking now, is right on the edge
on the
there.
Oh, he's got 0.2. Oh, he's got less than
0.9.
He's got
and
it.
he does get it. Asylum sneaks into the podium. Brian has to be devastated there.
Oh, wait. What? Brian had more penalties than I thought then.
He had a 3-second.
Looks like more than that because he was almost 4 seconds behind Asylum.
Well, now I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm very confused. Okay.
It could be
Zach
just
finished his 5th, though. Oh, no, sorry. Grim finished his 5th.
Cody's messing up after that. But
yeah, it could be Cody's.
We do know Lunar Jedi, the first on the intermediates, the first to finish the race.
I can't wait for this interview.
Gets it done. Denmark, also an incredible race. Coming back from that drive-through, gets into 2nd, and we're showing a whole lot of pace there at the end. But penalties did him in, so we'll have to settle for silver there. And Asylum sneaking in. Brian has to hold on to 4th. As you mentioned, yeah, Grim finishes ahead of his teammate on the penalties. Zygon 6th, Sam's finishing up in 7th. But some impressive driving in the rain here. Definitely one of the harder tracks.
Absolutely.
The drama may not have led itself all the way to the end, but a lot of mind games there in the middle.
You know, I don't know if everyone could have handled it if it was more stress at the end of the race.
Right.
So I'm sure the drivers were actually a bit thankful.
Yeah, not a lot of spinning or any issues.
Bobby almost spun into the wall
As I say
right
that.
before the line, right as you said it. Commentator's curse. Gotta happen every race.
Even when I think we're done.
Even when we think it's over. Yep, driver of the day, Lunar Jedi. That's totally deserved. Man.
Yeah, the 2nd safety car helping him out there.
I do want to hear his thoughts on that if he had a moment where he was thinking, oh crap, I'm screwed. It's going to be another 5 laps.
Right.
And then the safety car happens.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if I have Lunar added on. Every week I say this. I need to just go through and add everyone.
He didn't join last week.
Let's see.
I think I sent a request.
Rude.
Very rude. It says he's joined, so he's on this chat.
There is the order again we're looking at in the meantime. Denmark does get that fastest lap, as we mentioned. So pretty strong race from him. 2nd and fastest lap. Can't complain too much with that one.
Yeah, Luna's on the chat. You still there, Costco?
Yep. I'm seeing if Asylum's in the party or not. Oh, it's just Denmark we're waiting on.
He doesn't he rarely ever show?
Yeah, he makes his move.
I was
He makes his moves in silence.
just
There you
saying that
go.
about Lunar, but lo and behold, here he is. So I don't know.
Well, if Denmark joins, we'll get him in there. But I guess we'll start with third there. Asylum sneaking in right at the end. How are we feeling after the race?
Oh my goodness. So at the beginning, I had to protect the inside for Sam, and that worked out.
Oh, Lunar left.
But at the same time, Denmark got by me, and then he got by Sam, and at that point I was like, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna chill here. And I did. That's what we did. And eventually I got up into, what, second place, I think?
Yeah.
And then the safety car came out. Well, actually, I pitted, and right at the end of that pit, the safety car came out. So I was like, oh, yes. But
Oh yeah, because Grim went around once more, and you went into the pits.
yep, and I what is that called? Undercutted Will. But you know, shout out to Zyg and Will. I feel so bad about what happened. I was under Delta, and they slammed into the back of me. And I'm sorry, guys.
Ah.
But other than that, squeaking in for a third. That's awesome. It's great to be back on the podium. And shout out to PowerPoint Racing Team.
Yeah, well,
Oh, that's what the power's for.
you handled the chaos well here on this track. Nice little podium finish for the Red Bull.
I do have one small question for you, Asylum.
Mm-hmm.
On stream, we noticed a bit of scrapping away between you and Sam at times.
Yeah.
Was that how did that play out over Team Radio?
So I knew he was there. It didn't. Basically, I took the defensive role. I wanted to keep where he was. So I don't remember what happened. Did I get by him or did he pit?
Now I don't remember.
There were multiple times. Yeah, a lot of stuff happened.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
we
but
weren't
at
sure if it was clean, decisions, made on Team Radio, or if there was a bit of a
No, we
bit
knew
of
where we
battle
were.
there. Okay, yeah.
But so the thing is, between Sam and I, we always, if we're in the top two, then we'll, be teammates. But other than that, we're enemies.
Awesome. Sounds great.
Yeah, short of ruining a race, you're competing.
Right. And he understands
Awesome.
that. Mutual respect.
Nice. Well, a little bit
Great.
of redemption from last week. We don't have to mention it, but
Yeah.
a great
my
comeback
goodness.
there. So you didn't have to wait long to get your podium back.
No.
Good stuff. Is Lunar still with us? I saw
I
he
think he's
left. He
going back.
joined.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Are you
Still
there,
don't think
Lunar?
Denmark's here.
Lunar's in the party, but no mic. We'll give it a couple seconds. And he left.
Denmark.
Yeah, he put on a great run.
Yeah, he had
That
a
was-
drive-through early on, and
Yeah,
So-
that was. I saw that happen. I was actually really close to getting a drive-through during that.
Oh, where are you?
Oh my
You guys
goodness!
hear me?
there he is.
Oh, we
Yes.
can. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay,
Nice.
my headphone mics aren't working, so I'm just going to use my controller instead.
All right.
Well, we've got you now, and you already know what we're gonna ask about. Talk us through those safety cars. What was going on there? You were the first one to make the brave decision.
Yeah, I saw the drops, and I was like, okay, it's a safety car, might as well pit on inters. And then while that safety car was going around, the rain just didn't increase, and it was the most annoying thing ever.
Yeah.
And then the race
Oh,
started, I was
wait.
like, okay.
So you pitted prior to the second safety car?
Yeah,
Yeah, I pit
Yeah,
on
he
the
was-
first
laps,
safety
yeah.
car.
he was the only
Oh my
one on
God.
intermediates.
Yeah.
That was so tense on stream. Probably more tense
My-
for you.
Yeah, my strategy was if the safety car's going in, then just go on the mediums, but it didn't, so I just pit, and yeah, it didn't rain, and then luckily there was a second safety car, and I was like, okay, I can do this now. And then even like for most of the second safety car, it wasn't wet enough, and then like just towards the end when it was coming in, the spray started. I was like, yes, this is happening. But
Yeah.
the only problem was that because I did that one lap on inters before it was actually wet, my tire wear was already at like 10-15%.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, so like when Denmark was catching up and then going past, I could like really tell the difference. It's like, yeah, 15% makes a huge difference, clearly. But no penalties, 3 seconds. I'm just super happy.
Yep, it's all about riding the wave and staying away from the chaos and carnage on this track. But yeah, no one on that second safety car, on the first chance, no one pitted. So then
No.
once the safety car went in,
Everyone did
Ram
it.
and I were loosening a little
Everyone
bit.
pitted.
Just the seas parted and it was just you and Denmark.
I know. I think I came out and you were like 17 seconds ahead of me, and I was like, well, they just won.
And it was
There
funny
a 12-second
because
gap between Denmark and P3.
the 4 or 5 laps before it, we were sitting there. I don't know if he did the right thing here.
Yeah, Lunar, you had our full attention for a solid 5 or 6 laps. You
Yeah.
can watch it back. Because, I mean, you made the right call, but it was so narrow. If not for that second safety car, you might have been screwed.
And we were
Oh,
surprised. We were surprised how the rain didn't pick up.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, I definitely made the wrong call. I was saved by that safety car. The second one, like, yeah, there was no way. I had to have come in for soft or something. Like, that, like, saved me. And, yeah, extremely grateful. Because I
Yeah,
was
it
trying to
just
start
worked
on the
out.
mediums and just go till the rain. And I thought the rain hit, but it didn't, so.
Yeah, it
Worked
just
out.
sprinkled for far too long there, but it all
Yeah.
worked out, and impressive drive in the rain as well. Not really anyone really lost it in the rain.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
Gunner, I
thanks.
think, and that was contact.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
well-
super scared when I was fighting with Denmark when he was overtaking me. And I went on
Oh,
the
you guys had a
grass.
brilliant
Oh
battle.
yeah, that was
I
a
forgot
hell
about
of a
that.
battle.
Yeah, I went on the
Wow.
grass and I was like, take it. I'll just stay behind you if I can. It is what it is.
Yeah,
That was
I was
tight.
holding my breath a little bit there. His car was right in between yours, or his
We were
wheels.
worried you guys were going to take each other out, and it was going to be like Brian in Asylum all of a sudden fighting for the win.
Oh my god.
I was trying to
that would've been
avoid
crazy.
that. It's just, I had no input, just steering input. It's just like, turn, don't accelerate, don't brake, just keep going. Catch the car if you start spinning. And it worked, so. Yeah, that was my biggest, like, the scariest moment. And then Denmark up Eau Rouge was just OP. Like, I don't know what kind of rear wing setup he was running, because I had an extremely front wing focused setup. So up Eau Rouge, super unstable car. my man's just kept on catching up and catching up. Like he was making up 3 to 4 tenths each time up Eau Rouge.
Just Eau Rouge. Wow.
Yeah, that was the entire like. That's how he caught up basically. A bit in the traction zones, and then everything up Eau Rouge.
Well, I sometimes have to let up even when it's completely dry, so that's
Yeah.
a bit wild from him. Impressive.
Might have to copy that setup.
But hell of a race. Bit wacky there in the middle, but good stuff from everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Good stuff.
Yeah, good
Anybody
job, you
wants
guys.
anybody wants to see a circus? We've got Tier 3 tomorrow night,
Oh,
right
gosh.
back here in Belgium. May God have mercy on all our souls.
Yeah, good luck to you guys. My roommate's in that race, so I'm definitely watching.
All right, we'll say a prayer for us. Good stuff. Congrats, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for commentating. It was awesome. I was listening to it the whole time.
Well done. Well, that will do it until tomorrow.